Welcome back everyone to another Hearthstone video. Today we're working on how to properly play a Dragon Priest. Today with my Dragon Priest deck training, I'm going to teach you how to deflect a rush deck with a non-aggro deck. This will allow you in the future to adapt to any situation even when your deck isn't handled towards it. You're probably wondering why I kept my Alexstrasza in my original hand. The reason why is that most cards need a dragon in my hand to gain their Battlecry boost. So I kept Alexstrasza to guarantee myself a dragon, and I rerolled the other two to see if I can get some early game cards. If you plan on playing a Dragon Priest, I suggest you buy Blackrock Mountain. This will allow you to acquire the necessary cards to create an effective deck. I prefer to put 2 Azure Drakes, 1 Twilight Guardian, and 2 Twilight Drakes, or any other legendary dragons you have into the deck. This will allow you to synergize your cards efficiently. If you've bought and completed Blackrock Mountain, you will have received 2 Dragonkin Sorcerers. These are great in Priest decks, because they have the availability to be cheaply and quickly boosted with spells like Power Word Shield and Valence Chosen. These quick boosts will allow for a cheap power minion with minimal cards, and if possible, can be boosted for multiple times for maximum effect. Here I use a technique called Hit and Heal. You use your minion to attack the enemy minion, be healing the exact amount or more than damage that you took in that attack, keeping your minions healthy and their minions damaged. I suggest to get an early taunt out in most games, but since I couldn't draw one, I was forced to stall until turn 4. Having a taunt out lets you build your board without letting your opponent choose which minion he wants to remove first. This keeps your board building by letting important minions stay alive. When you spot your opponent is playing a rush deck, take the precaution to make sure you can save the cards that can counter your opponent's rush. He might try to swarm the board with small minions, or play a large minion early. Evaluate his playstyle and ask yourself, will I need this card more next turn? I noticed that since I used my Twilight Guardian against any of his minions, it would accomplish nothing, so resort to just dealing damage to the enemy hero. Here I'm in a difficult situation because he has complete board control. There's only a few cards that can turn this situation around, such as Light Bomb, Big Game Hunter, and Mind Control. But since I only have 6 mana, this can be troublesome. That effect is what makes rush decks so good. If I would have gotten my Big Game Hunter earlier, I would have waited until he took full advantage of his Darnassus, Experience, and Innervate combo to throw out a large minion. Then the Battlecry of the big extremely effective, rather than a 3 mana cost 2/4 stat minion. He's smart to prioritize board control over damage, because more minions means more damage over time. This allows him to keep a steady flow of damage rolling. Remember, board control is key to victory, and who doesn't like to win? Being a priest gives you the ability to heal, so take advantage of your hero power. Just those 2 health points might be the pivot point of victory or loss. But don't be afraid to take damage to regain control of the game flow. Good players always balance game flow and health. The Piloted Shredder is a great card to use in this situation, because since its death rattles to spawn a 2-cost minion, it keeps its board present much longer, allowing you to make trades that would normally have a negative effect on you. Power Word Shield is a good card to give your minions a little extra health to prevent trading from you or your opponent, and it also can keep card control over your opponent. Because he used his swipe on a small minion, this leaves him without a good answer to a large or a lot of minions. This will be detrimental to the latter advancement of his game. What he should do in this situation is use his Voodoo Doctor and his Leper Gnome to keep his gnome alive. This is where damage, health, and game flow comes into play. It's important to know when to trade or heal. Alexstrasza is one of the best legendary cards in my opinion, because it can be used to aggressively lower your opponent's health or to raise yours to stay above enemy lethal. And also, it's a dragon that helps to synergize combos with other cards in my deck. Because he threw out a Salty Dog, his focus is definitely going to be on taking out my Alexstrasza to reduce the damage done to himself. So this should be taken into account in my next turn. Because I have card control, I have the advantage of more choices and more possible combos. Keeping card control is about asking yourself, is this minion necessary to have on the board next turn? Because I know his Salty Dog only has 7 attack, he's going to need to soften my Alexstrasza up, but his mistake is letting me heal it back to full health. You should have waited until next turn to attack my Alexstrasza with his Voodoo Doctor. Because I decided to heal my Alexstrasza, it forced him to use another spell to remove a bit. Remember, if you're a priest, healing may just be better than any card you have in your hand. My opponent has gotten himself into the trap of having only one card a turn. This keeps me safe from dangerous combos like the infamous Force of Nature and Savage Roar combo. The Dragonkin Sorcerer is an amazing card to go in even regular priest decks. Its ability to be boosted easily puts it near the top of the best priest cards available. The small 1 attack 1 health boost doesn't seem like much, but in combination with Valine's Chosen, it becomes a massive threat. If any deck you're playing comes across a Savage Combatant, this is your priority to eliminate. This card can deal massive damage very quickly, and even worse, the effects of one combatant can stack over multiple combatants. Be wary of this card, and save some removal spells just in case 1 or 2 is played. Now, I'm just deciding to win with style. Thanks everyone for watching. For today, that's all. For tomorrow, I hope I'll be back, and I hope you will too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Write down in the comments below what you want to learn about in the future. I play a lot of Hearthstone, so I'm available for comments. Thanks. See you in the next video.